I know the Dark Knight is known for being dark, but some of his villains, man, whew, they're just scary. My name is AJ Spatola with Top 10 Nerd, and these are the top 10 horrifying Batman villains. At number 10 is Professor Pig. Imagine having your identity stripped away, replaced with a hollow, unfeeling existence. That's the terrifying vision for humanity of Professor Pig, one of Batman's most disturbing adversaries. His goal? To create what he calls Dollotron, which are essentially mindless drones under his control. The process is horrifically simple, but gruesome. He starts by lobotomizing his victims using an ice pick or drill. Then he attaches a mask resembling a doll's face to their now vacant visage. The end result is a grotesque puppet with no will of its own. Dressed in a sinister pig mask and human bodily fluid soaked surgical apron, Professor Pig is the embodiment of madness in Gotham. His nightmarish transformation of human beings into soulless automations is a chilling reminder of the darkness lurking in the world of Gotham. At number 9 is the Doll Maker. We're not talking about your average run-of-the-mill bad guy here. We're talking about Barton Marthas, the guy who takes villainy to a whole new disturbing level. See, Mathis isn't your typical criminal. He's got a thing for dolls, and I'm not talking about those cute, innocent toys you might have on your shelf. No, he fashions his out of the flesh and limbs of his unfortunate victims. Yeah, I know, it's pretty disturbing, but here's the kicker. This guy is actually really good at it. I mean, like, really good. His macabre creations can look so lifelike that at first glance you might mistake them for real life bodies. That's some next level creepiness right there, and it gets even crazier. The Joker, you know, the clown prince of crime himself, he gave Dollmaker the green light to go to town on his own face, and that's how the Joker got that iconic look you've seen where the Joker's strutting around wearing his own removed face as a mask. So when even the Joker himself is a fan of this guy's work, you know you're dealing with one seriously horrifying Batman villain. If you're enjoying the video so far, please support the channel by pressing like, subscribing to Top 10 Nerd, and ringing that notification bell. I would really appreciate it. And number 8 is Clayface. Basil Carlo, once a silver screen sensation, took his love for acting to a chilling extreme, transforming into one of Gotham's most bone-chilling adversaries, Clayface. His sinister journey began when he tried to halt a remake of his cinematic masterpiece, displaying a very villainous inclination even before gaining superhuman abilities. Years down the line, he acquired the enzyme used by another villain, Preston Payne, turning himself into the third Clayface. With this horrific transformation, Carlo can morph into a grotesque, clay-like behemoth, seamlessly blending into the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. In a city plagued by sinister foes, Clayface's ability to alter his very essence and hide in plain sight makes him a literal nightmare for the Dark Knight. At number 7 is Manbat, tragic figure of Gotham's rogues gallery. Dr. Kurt Langstorm, a brilliant scientist with some humble intentions, wanted to help the disabled by splicing up bat DNA into a serum. But what do we get when you mix a well-meaning scientist with a dash of curiosity? Apparently, a half-man, half-bat monstrosity. Picture this. He's a creature with wings and fangs lurking in the shadow. Langstrom's transformation was permanent, a chilling reminder of his experiment's horrific consequences. See, unlike your typical Gotham villains, Man-Bat isn't evil at heart. He's just trying to reclaim his humanity. It's a genuine tragedy as a scientist who's turned into his worst nightmare, struggling to find a cure for his own curse. At number 6 is Scarecrow. Jonathan Crane, aka the Scarecrow, delves deep into the chilling realms of Batman's villains. His dark origin story involving a traumatic prom night sets the stage for a twisted path of terror. Bullied and pushed to the very brink, Crane's transformation from a tormented youth into a horrifying villain is a cautionary tale of the power of fear. Sporting a Scarecrow-inspired getup, Crane's weapon of choice isn't, weapons or gadgets, it's actually fear itself. His signature toxin is the fear toxin, subjecting his victims to nightmarish hallucinations. A former psychology professor, he used his knowledge to inflict psychological torment on his students, eventually becoming the embodiment of fear itself in Gotham City. The Scarecrow taps into the primal human fear of the unknown, taking us on a disturbing journey to the darkest corner of the human psyche. And number 5 is the Batman Who Laughs, folks. He's the stuff of nightmares. I mean, just look at him. Imagine a twisted version of Batman, the hero we all know and love, but he's fused with the chaotic evil of the Joker. This villain doesn't just give you the goosebumps. He's a full-blown horror show himself. What's truly terrifying is his intellect. It's like taking Batman's brilliant mind, dash of Joker's insanity, and the result is a supervillain who can outsmart pretty much anybody. The Batman who laughs isn't interested in small-time crime either. He's all about that world-ending stuff, like the time he nearly destroyed the multiverse. Yeah, that's just one of his sinister plots. It's a villain that keeps Batman up at night. Trust me, he's no easy feat to overcome. At number 4 is Hugo Strange. Batman's rogues gallery is filled to the brim with nightmarish baddies, but this one often flies under the radar. Now, you might think, he's just a psychiatrist. What's so scary about that? Well, hold on to your bat cowls, because Strange is a real head spinner. You see, this villain can be found in Arkham Asylum, but not as a patient. Yeah, now things are starting to make sense. This guy loves to delve deep into the minds of others and knows how to twist their darkest secrets against them. To add on to that, he's one of the few who's cracked the Bat's secret mystery, as he knows Batman is Bruce Wayne. That's some A-list villain material right there. But what's truly bone-chilling about Strange is his collection of freaky, bioengineered beasts called the Monster Men. These things are like the stuff of nightmares, monstrous hulks that lay waste to anyone in their path. So don't be fooled by the lab coat, because Dr. Hugo Strange's mind games and monstrous creations make him a villain you'd want to definitely avoid in Gotham. At number 3 is the Ventriloquist, a peculiar character in Batman's rogues gallery. He is way more than meets the eye. Similar to Two-Face, Arnold Wesker grapples with dissociative identity disorder, a condition that gives him an alternate persona known as Scarface's puppet. But this isn't your average puppet. He's a vicious, cunning dummy, and Wesker himself believes that the puppet is the true brains behind their nefarious partnership. But what makes the Ventriloquist even more unsettling is the ambiguity surrounding the puppet's autonomy. Some suggest that Wesker might not be responsible for the puppet's malevolent personality. It hints at a possibility that there's something supernatural here at play, something more sinister and beyond the realm of psychology. In this eerie uncertainty, combined with the unsettling presence of that puppet, can send shivers down your spine, especially if you have a fear of ventriloquist dummies. At number 2, meet Waylon Jones, better known as Killer Croc, one of Batman's most terrifying foes. Waylon was born with epidermolytic hyperkeratosis, a rare medical condition causing his skin to blister and harden, giving him the appearance of a human crocodile. This condition, while medically accurate, is taken to the extreme in the world of comics. But it's not just his appearance that makes Killer Croc so disturbing. Waylon's early life was a living hell, marked trauma from his caregivers and other children. His unrelenting torment fostered a deep-seated rage within him, and eventually that anger boiled over, leading him to take the life of his first victim. As the Croc, Waylon becomes one of Batman's strangest and most menacing adversaries. Over the years, he becomes increasingly more and more animalistic, retreating from the world of man and finding solace in the dark and grimy sewers of Gotham. There, he becomes a merciless predator, eliminating anyone who dares venture into his murky domain. Croc's descent into primal savagery and his unsettling appearance make him a truly horrifying Batman villain, a testament to the darker and more grotesque corners of the DC universe. At number 1 is the Court of Owls. Batman the Caped Crusader has faced a rogues gallery of nightmarish villains, but perhaps none are as unsettling as the Court of Owls. This secret society, hidden in plain sight among Gotham's elite, has been manipulating the city for centuries. They're like the Illuminati of Gotham, pulling the strings from behind the scenes. It's terrifying to think that the rich and powerful could conspire to control an entire city like Gotham, but much like the anxieties we sometimes have about real-world power structure. But what makes the Court of Owls truly horrifying are the Talon, their ruthless assassins. These mercenaries are not just any run-of-the-mill thugs. They're essentially undead enforcers revived to do the court's bidding. Imagine facing an army of zombie warriors in the dead of night. I mean, Batman's worst fears come true with the Court of Owls as he confronts a hidden enemy that's been shaping Gotham's destiny for generations. As always, if there's a horrifying Batman villain you think I've missed, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. This has been AJ Spatola with Top 10 Nerd, and I'll catch you all in another video. Later, nerds!